This little box is smaller than a matchbox, but it can turn almost any normal light switch in your house into a smart, app-controlled, voice-controlled switch. This is the Sonoff MINI R4, and today I'm going to show you exactly what this does and how to wire this device live here. So let's get into it. So what actually is the MINI R4? It's a Wi-Fi smart relay, sometimes called an inching or inline switch module. Instead of replacing your wall switch with a fancy panel, this hides inside the wall box or ceiling rose, sits between your existing switch and your light, and makes the whole circuit smart. So one thing worth flagging, it's not waterproof, so it's an indoor enclosed box device only. So do not put it outside where there's water or rain and things like that. So there are three features that generally make this one stand out from a normal smart relay, and they are the following. So the first thing is Detach relay mode. So what does that mean actually? Detach relay mode, normally flipping the physical switch cuts the power, the whole circuit, so like this, and including the smart bulb inside it, which then drops offline. But with Detach relay mode, the physical switch and the relay are separated. So if you are running smart bulbs, you can press the wall switch and the bulb stays powered and online. The switch just sends a signal instead of killing the power. So this is perfect for smart bulb setups. Okay, another thing of this device is flexible external switch support. So it works with loads of switch types, so like momentary push switches, like the one that we have here, SPDT two-way switches, door exit switches, even dry contact sensors. So whatever's already on your wall, it will mostly likely play nice. And the third thing here is eWeLink-Remote control gateway function. So this device, the MINI R4, can also act as a little gateway for eWeLink-Remote accessories like the S-Mate and R5 scene controller. So letting you add wireless remote buttons anywhere without running new cables, and that's a big deal here with this device. Then let's wire this up. And full disclaimer, mains electricity is dangerous, and in most places this needs a qualified electrician. If you're not one, this section is to show you how it works actually, not a green light to do it yourself, your house. But on the main side, we have here neutral for neutral, yeah, L for live here. So we have a live out and live in, and we have S1 and S2. So these are only for the external wall switch. Remember that. And a really important thing here, S1 and S2 are signal terminals. Never connect neutral or earth ground to S1 or S2. Sonoff explicitly prohibits it, and doing so can damage the device or create hazard. So also how this works actually, these are just providing signal from Sonoff, not getting any power. So if you're using any of the devices from Schellers, for example, and you're providing the switches with the live, so like this here, you have to provide the live to this switch to flip it and to send the signal to the device. This device actually do not need that. It is just having a signal here. So that's important thing to know before you bring live to your switch here. And also one spec worth knowing. Keep the wire run to your external switch under 20 meters. And beyond that, S1 and S2 control can get unreliable. So this is the thing with the signals from it. So if you want to turn this into a proper wall switch, look, there's an accessory called A1GS enclosure. And when you slot the module into it, the S1 and S2 connections are made internally. So you don't even have to wire those two by hand. And let me show you that. So let's open this and zoom a bit. Okay, so this is the enclosure. here, and it looks like this. And you put any of these Sonoff Zigbee Mini R2, Mini R4M, or Mini R, and then it's just squeeze in. Let me find that picture like this. Okay, you untighten these screws for switches, put it inside, and just tighten them back and install on the wall and bring the bars to it. So it does the job for you after that. So that's really interesting enclosure to have it like, and to save on space here. But there were an option also for that. I have seen somewhere the image how it looked. Yeah, this one. Traditional solution to put the switch inside, and then a normal switch. And with this one, Fusion solution, you have everything inside. There's a lot of space behind this. So this is also interesting just to mention here. And yeah, let me show you another trick. But this is something with this relay. So I brought this device, and in the end, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how this thing actually works and why do we need this for something else. So let's start with connecting this device. First things here, first I'll just remove this, and here I have my neutral and ground, but please turn off the circuit breaker before doing anything here with the wires. So when I bring a neutral and the live here to the device, so I'm going to use this neutral here and just add it like this. I'm just going to check because this wire is a bit bad, but it can go inside. Just let me untighten these. Okay, a bit like this, and just put it inside. Okay, and tighten these so it's neutral. Okay, and yeah, we almost have it. And this is it here. Then we have to provide our live here. So we have to provide to live in here. So it's live in, not live out. Okay, when we add it like this, we have to also tighten these screws here. So this is main step here, like this. Okay, these are tightened, and then we have to provide wires to our bulb here. So we have this bulb here, and we have to provide a live and neutral to it, and to tighten these screws as well. So a neutral is bridged inside of this, so you don't have to do it like this. You have another options. If you want to just move the lives somewhere else, you can also use these Wago connectors, small ones, and bridge the lives somewhere else, and then bring them only just one here to this to any of these terminals. Okay, and then I'm just gonna use the Sonoff's terminals here, and I'm just gonna add this neutral here. So this is it, we have it inside of this, and then let me just tighten these. Okay, yeah, these screws are tiny, but I have to say that these feel like soft when you're screwing it. It goes pretty well compared to other switches that I tried. Okay, and now we have to provide live out to our bulb here. So to anything that is that we are adding to this device here. So just add it like this, and the live from here is going out to here. So when the switch inside of this device switches, and then we'll get a live out to this device, and the neutrals are already connected there and bridged. So this is one thing. So regarding this setup, so this step here is, let's say this is finished if you don't want to add external physical switches like this one here. So if you don't need these, this is completed setup for you. So just make sure that these are connected properly without having them like I have here, but this is just for demonstrating purposes, so you'll make it better. Okay, now as we want to add switch here, I have this switch here. It's a rocker switch, standard one. Okay, and every state it changed the state of this device. So what we have here, we're just cutting this wire that is going here. And what's the point with this Sonoff? So I mentioned earlier that you just have to bring these wires. So this switch does not need we don't have to provide any live to this switch. So we are just switching this signal here, as Sonoff is looking at the following: are these two ports connected? So it knows if they we just so these are like potential free, and it has some small amount of electricity inside of them, and it knows if they are actually connected or not. And that's why I said keep the wires below the 20 meters, otherwise it will get a bit unreliable. Okay, and now I'm gonna connect these S1 and S2 here. So getting one wire here and adding it here. Okay, and just put it inside like this and tighten this one here, and then we're gonna test this device. So okay, and after this I'm gonna show you this magic device that I have on my right side here in front of me. Okay, so this is one thing, and after I finish we can turn on our circuit breaker back and test this device. Okay, so Sonoff switch and the light bulb. So watch your eyes when I turn this on. Okay, we can see that this it works like this. Then when we flip it back, it turns off. It has a small delay. You see, after I press it, then it turns on, but it's fine. So let me show you that in the application. As I already connected this device to my eWeLink account, you have to do it to your new device and just add the device in Discover, and it will be there. So as you can see here, I have the Mini R4 here, and when I toggle it like this, it turns on. Okay, and I do this and it turns off and on. Okay, and I can also control it like this. So on the other switches that I was using or that I was testing previously, the thing was that we have a specific function to tell that state has been changed on every flip. So in the Sonoff, that's a good thing here. It looks at its own these two S1 and S2 ports, and it's not relying on any external power. So we are actually having that out of the box here. So that's one thing. Another thing here interesting is that we have this etching option here. So also before I switch this, we have option number 2. So this is the edge mode, and this means that whenever we flip it, it changes the state. But if we have this type of the switch, so it's a push or momentary switch, then we have to go here and change the extender trigger, because we are triggering this. Instead of the edge, we would enable the pulse mode. That means when we just hit it, it will change the state inside as the same as we did manually, or actually through our application. You see. Okay, and that's one thing. And another that I was about to show you is the etching option. So what does this etching do actually? So this is an option. When you want to any button or anything that happens here, or to actually be like a push button or momentary switch that I show you. So if you tap the application to turn on, you don't have to tap it to turn it off again, because if you want to control some kind of garage doors, or you want to control anything like that needs just a momentary or push or just impulse, not to be turned on all the time. And instead of setting some kind of functions to turn off automatically and the things like that, Sonoff has this option called itching settings. So you enable this and you set how much time does it need to work, to be on or off. So you're just changing the status, and then save this. And after this, you see that the device has been turned off. So after I change the state, I say, okay, it turns off. I turn it on, it turns off. Let me check it with this. It works the same. So this actually becomes a momentary or push button, even if it is a rocker switch. And we need this for the garage doors or gates or anything like that. And then we are here at the story about this blue device here from the beginning that I mentioned that I'm going to show you. So what is this device? So this device is actually a relay that has a coil here, magnetic coil. And when we provide a power to this instead of the light here, this is creating a dry contacts for us. So this is for devices such as this one that have no dry contacts on the output, but you need just dry contacts to do something with the other devices. So in that case, you would use this option for itching combined with this. So let's say you are controlling your garage doors and you need just the impulse to just open or stop or close, because usually it works like that. You have 3 commands but controlled by one button. So when you click it, it starts opening. If you click it in the meantime, it stops. And then if you click it back again, it just goes back. So that's the thing. So this device and any of these kind are actually here, and we have options on them. So we have a COM, we have normally opened and normally close. So normally closed means that the state or circuit is actually closed, or normally open means that the wires are disconnected normally. And when we provide the power to it, then it controls it like this. So I could show you this really quickly. So let me show you that also and test that with the multimeter. How does this work? So first of all, I'm going to switch everything. So switch the electricity. So this does not work anymore. And now instead of the bulb, I'm going to add 2 wires here. So I need to change live here. I'm going to change live out. Okay. And neutral. I'm just going to remove this, and we don't have a bulb anymore. So the bulb is not here. Now I'm using 2 wires here, one for neutral and another for live. So neutral, I'm gonna add here like this. I'm gonna add just for to this switch. Okay. This is it. We have a neutral and we need just our live here. So I'm gonna add this live here. Okay. Like this, live out. And then I'll just tighten this. Okay, let me just test it a bit. Okay, it's fine. Yes. Almost. Okay. Now we have these 2. And what are we going to do? From this side of the device, we can see that we have just A2 and A1. And these are just for our, let me turn it off. These are just for our AC current. So we are adding the wires here and like this. So it doesn't matter whichever you add to this side. So A1 is going to be, in my case, I'll just add live and just tighten this. Okay. And here I'm going to add neutral. Like this, and tighten this. Okay. And now on this side, I'm not gonna add anything here for now, because I'm just gonna use a multimeter to test these poles here to show you what's happening actually. So on my multimeter, I'm gonna switch to, I'm gonna use it like this. I'm gonna go to this sign here. So whenever I connect these two, I have a sound. So that means that we're gonna check if these are inside connected or not. So for normally closed, when we connect COM, this one at the end, so there's the COM here. So when we tap the COM, there's the COM here, and normally closed, we have this sign, this sound. So that means that they are actually inside of this connected. Then we have to turn on this device. When we turn on, the normally open should be active, because when we have this thing here. So let me turn on the device. Okay, so Sonoff is on, and then I'm gonna add normally open here, and I'm gonna bring these here. So I'm switching this, and we are doing the itching. You hear it, so there's a sound. I'm gonna add itching again. Okay, you've seen that the change on the multimeter. Okay, whenever we change, it does that. And because the itching is acting here as the thing that I explained, that just shortly tapping these, so we got the short circuit to this device, and then we were able to see this. I'm gonna hold it carefully here. So just let me show you. When I press, what happens with the coil? You see the coil is actually just clicking and going back, and that means that it's just connecting these two parts here. So I'm just politely going to turn off everything, and yeah, it's safe now. So who is this for actually, this device? I want to make existing lights or small appliance smart without ripping out your wall switches, and especially if you're running smart bulbs and want that detach relay trick, the Mini R4 is honestly one of the best value modules out there. It's tiny, it got ESP32 brain, and it hides completely out of sight, and it's the cheapest, almost the cheapest one at the market. So if this video helped you, drop a like and subscribe. I've got more smart home installs coming. And remember, if you're not confident with mains wiring, get a qualified electrician. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.